here.
We're used to our streets being lined with telegraph poles, but now they're about to go even higher, with mobile phone towers mounted on top. Will they be safe?
I feel that I can't protect my child.
I don't want it anywhere near my baby.
We don't want to get cancer anytime soon.
It's our health at risk.
It's coming to a street near you.
I'm concerned because there's going to be more and more of them.
The view is about to change on the corner of Dundas and Rainbow Streets. No pot of gold, just panic and confusion.
Do all your mobile phones work around here?
Yes.
So why do we need this?
We don't.
Nearly all of us have one, but convenience comes at a price that many like these folk are now starting to question. It started with mobile phone towers. As usage increased, more receivers, transmitters were installed on tall buildings, then commercial sites. This one on top of a cancer clinic. Now they're popping up outside homes on suburban power poles all over the country.
I wonder if the CEO of TPG would appreciate having that tower outside within 4 to 6 or 8 metres of his children's bedroom. I wondered if he'd approve it then.
After the break, why this rollout should concern all of us.
Welcome back. There used to be just one mobile tower in every suburb. Now there could be one in every street. And many people are asking questions about the constant exposure to radiation.
Parents Rahul and Jenny are one such couple. These doctors have seen TPG erect a transmitter just metres from their front door.
Not enough is known about the constant exposure and close range exposure. Yes, it might be low grade, but it's going to be constant exposure to my son, whose room's going to be sort of 6 to 8 metres away, and he's going to be spending about 12 to 14 hours a day in that room, sleeping, studying, playing.
And given the electromagnetic field of a power pole device can reach up to 500 metres away, the rest of the street is just as concerned.
This is 24 hours a day, and we don't need it. TPG can move it.
With 5G super technology promising even faster service on its way, new legislation was introduced this year allowing telecommunication companies the power of erecting towers to power poles without needing permission from local councils.
The federal legislation overrules any state and local planning rules.
They're popping up outside bedroom windows and school campuses.
We're about to get.
How could the town permit this? How could they do this to us?
What alarmed Americans have just received.
Look at this thing, super powerful. Just put up right over Christmas time. Everybody's busy doing stuff.
And some claim it's hurting them.
It started with my daughter. She initially got a rash on her leg.
Put the flag on things so you trust it. Well, I don't trust it.
Back home, nor does electrical engineer John Lincoln.
Instead of having a single tower that serves the suburb, say, we're now going to have these things probably in every street, filling the whole air with waves, which we're really not sure what the end effect's going to be.
And don't think for a moment, he says, that if your street dodges one, you're safe.
You mightn't have a direct connection with the transmitter, but it's bouncing off someone else's wall and off your wall and inside and up and down, and every bounce reduces it a bit, but the thing is, it's very hard to get away from it.
There's very little consideration.
The telcos and government are telling residents the 24-hour-a-day electromagnetic bombardment is at acceptable levels. But this lot is having no part of that.
Sometimes the true evidence comes years after the facts. We know that from smoking, we know that from asbestos. There's a whole range of things that many decades later have proven to be much less safe than we originally thought.
So they started to complain, but
when I rang up the various authorities, they said we couldn't challenge on health grounds. We could only challenge on breaches of the code.
They weren't allowed to protest on health effects. And even though the sign on their pole said the submissions period isn't over, TPG workers turned up, installing equipment above and below ground, laying cables and whatever else.
They've already started
They've already started it.
Yep.
Yes, they haven't even given us a chance to object.
Would you like to live out the front of one of these?
I've got 4 young kids. I understand the concerns of local residents. And
Matt Thistlethwaite is the opposition's federal member for this area in Sydney's east and has written to the Communications Minister and met with TPG, but is getting little from them.
My message to TPG is get off your backside, get out of your office and get down to our community here and talk to local residents about your planned actions.
Because the electrical engineer says he, for one, has concerns about health implications.
Generally, cancers and tumours are the major ones, but for most people it's just a general apathy, lack of sleep, sleep disturbances, those sorts of things.
This is clearly part of a huge rollout by TPG, so this same scenario is likely to be playing out in many, many residential streets throughout Australia.
The official radio frequency website showing where towers and pole boxes are scheduled to be installed is growing monthly. With a radiation box coming to Dundas Street soon, this could one day be a true Kookaburra.
TPG and the Communications Minister both declined our request for an interview. You can read their statements on our homepage. You'll also be able to check if a power pole tower is earmarked for your street.